What's going on, YouTube? We're here in Houston, going against the Space City Spoinks and Coach Pales this week. So on the right here, like normal, we've got the team. He's got Jirachi, Rotomwash, Mamoswine, Bronzong, Altaria, which is his Mega, Ferrothorn, Blacephalon, Crobat, Zygarde 10%, Zoroark, Flygon, Cinccino, I'm not sure how to say that one, and Meloetta. So when I look at this team, I see a lot of bulk. You got the Jirachi there that can be bulky. You got the Rotom, which is always bulky. Mamoswine can be bulky as well. Same with Bronzong and Ferrothorn. All very bulky mons. And I, sitting down when I was looking at this, I was like, I need something that's going to be able to hit through this hard. So the team that I came up with here, I'm hoping will do that. But what I expect to see him kind of bring, I'm expecting to see the Jirachi, the Rotomwash, the Ferrothorn I feel like will come. I could see Blacephalon, possibly. Some of the other ones, I hope he brings Zoroark, because, in my opinion, that's a really cool mon to have in League play. Yeah, you can prepare for it and whatnot, but it adds an element of surprise and excitement. So I'm hoping to see that just for the sake of having some fun there. As far as some of the other ones are that he might bring, I'm not 100% certain. I feel like he would bring the Mega Altaria, just because it's his Mega, but who knows. So over here on the team that we have, we got Reuniclus, rocking the purplish pinkish body this week to go with the pink theme that we have. So Reuniclus is going to be running the leftovers. It's going to have Magic Guard, it's going to have Calm Mind, Recover, Shadow Ball, and Psyshock. This was a last minute switch here. Originally I had Mew and I was going to try to run a similar set to last week, but with Nasty Plot instead, but then more and more I thought about it, it really just didn't fit in. So I went with Reuniclus because it does kind of help take care of the Ferrothorn, just because I can set up on that. I also changed some of the moves. I was going to do HP Fire to take care of the Ferrothorn, but then I realized it doesn't really hit much else outside of like Jirachi, maybe Mamoswine after that. So I decided to go with this set. It does get walled by Zoroark, but hopefully we don't have to face off against that one-on-one. Next up, we're going to have Weavile. Weavile's going to be running the Choice Scarf. Weavile's already fast to begin with, but I figured he's probably going to have something else that's fast and scarfed, so I wanted to be able to outspeed that and also kind of have a little bit of element of surprise. So we're going to have Knockout, Icicle Crash, Fake Out, and Pursuit. And another kind of interesting choice I made was to put Fake Out on. So with Choice Scarf, typically you wouldn't run Fake Out just because you're locked into that move, but I figured that gives me the ability to kind of surprise him and throw him off and make him think it's not Choice Scarf. And another possibility is if I do get the Choice Scarf knocked off, then I'm free to use Fake Out, and potentially the Pickpocket ability can pick me up something else as well. So we're running max speed with full attack there. And it's a good mon because it hits a lot of his things hard. Yeah, so we'll move on to the next one. Next we're going to have Scizor. Scizor is going to be banded this week, hopefully picking up some KOs. So Choice Banded Scizor, Technician ability, which is going to boost the Bullet Punch and some of the other moves. Does U-Turn? I think U-Turn got a buff this generation. I think it's actually 70. Choice Banded Bullet Punch, I'm pretty sure KOs Mega Altaria from 100%. So that hits that hard, and it also hits just anything in general relatively hard, just being banded. U-Turn allows me to pivot, Knock Off kind of gets rid of an item, and Superpower helps me take down that Ferrothorn. It doesn't completely take it down, but it does a significant amount. Next up we're going to have the Fat Mon itself, Chansey. Chansey's going to be rocking the Evolite like normal, Natural Cure. We're going to have two healing moves here this week. We're going to have Wish and Soft Boiled. Just Wish, that way we can potentially Wish Pass into something that's low. Soft Boiled to keep itself healthy. I might switch that to Protect, I'm not sure yet. And then we're going to have Toxic and Stealth Rock. Yeah, let's go ahead and switch this to Protect. So that way we can stall out for Toxic turns. So we're gonna have Toxic and Stealth Rock. This is Taunt bait, but I'm hoping he doesn't have anything with Taunt. Next up, we're going to have Mega Pinsir. It's going to be rocking the purple skin. Same thing, kind of going with the purplish pink theme. It's going to have the Pinsirite because it has to. Moxie is going to be its ability, and it's just a standard set that we've pretty much always ran. Earthquake is going to be on it this week. I'm trying to think if I want to switch that. No, I like the Earthquake because it helps with Jirachi and whatnot. So next up, the last one that we're going to have, let me move it up, is Togekiss. Togekiss is going to have Leftovers, Air Slash, Aura Sphere, Roost, and Defog. It's the same set that we ran last week, I believe, with the exception of it's going to have Leftovers opposed to the Berry. So that's the team for this week. Hopefully we can get off to a good start and continue our win streak that we got of one game. Yeah, so let's get into the battle. Alright, so we're set here. We're in Houston, going against Space City Spoinks. Got Coach Pales on the other side. So when we look at what he brought, he's got the Jirachi, the Rotom, Mamoswine, Blacephalon, Mega Altaria, and the Crobat. I feel like the Crobat might be his defogger. He also has Rotom as his potential defogger as well. One thing that I'm really excited to see is that there is no Ferrothorn and no Zoroark. Well, I know I said I was excited to see Zoroark if it came, but not having Zoroark allows Reuniclus to help out a little bit more. So, going off lead, let's just lead off with Weavile here first, because we'll outspeed everything and we can get a fake out, and if we have a better opportunity for a different move, we'll go for that. So... Alright, so we've got our pick here. So we're going to lead off with the Weavile. He's going to lead off with the Jirachi. I'm just going to fake out here first turn, just because I don't know what he's going to have, and it allows me to kind of throw out that potential thought in his mind that we're not Scarfed. It's not going to get much damage, but at least it reveals that he is not Leftovers. So he probably is Choice Scarfed. So knowing that, let's just go into... Do we want to go into Scizor? No, let's go into Chansey, and we're going to get up our rocks as well. Alright, we're going to get up our rocks. Alright, so we went for the Fire Punch, and I'm pretty sure he should be locked into that. Let's just get up our rocks here. So knowing that it's Choice Scarfed, I think I just need a little bit more chip on it, possibly just from a Stealth Rock, and I think a Scarf knockoff knocks the Jirachi out. So that's good to know for the Weavile in the back. And I did make a change to the Weavile. I changed it to max attack instead, so it's no longer max speed. Because when I looked at his team, the only thing that could potentially outspeed it was... I can't think of what it was. He only had 2 Mons, and I didn't think they were going to come. Crobat might still, but with the Scarf, I doubt that Scarf is the main thing. We're just going to throw off a Toxic here. He might go for a Dragon Dance, but if he does, we know for a fact that Scizor in the back, Bullet Punch knocks it out one hit. But the main thing is just trying to get some chip on this and some other stuff. So he's going to go for the Hyper Voice right off the rip. He doesn't Mega, so that's going to allow him, with its ability, which is Natural Cure, the same as Chansey, he can switch out here and get rid of that Toxic. I feel like he's going to do that, and I'm going to go for a Toxic again, expecting him to. Or he might go into that Crobat. Either way, let's go for the Toxic here. Oh, so he's going to Mega. He's going for Cotton Guard. Ooh, I did not expect that one. But luckily, with it being a special variant, we'll be able to take any of this, and the Toxic's going to wear this thing down. So let's just go for a Wish here and see what he wants to do. Alright, so he's going to switch into Mamoswine. I think this gives us a free switch into Scizor, and then we can U-turn there. Because I don't think anything he has will be able to knock out Scizor in one hit. And with the Wish coming in to back it up, yeah, it's going to do a lot, but luckily in the back there, that's going to heal it all the way back up. He should fear the Bullet Punch. And there's nothing really stopping me from going for the Bullet Punch. Let's go for the Bullet Punch here. He could go into Rotom. Rotom will tank it, but it's at least chip on that Rotom. His other options are Blacephalon. He stays in. Alright, so Scizor's going to pick up a KO. That's probably going to bring in Rotom for him. No, he's going to go back into Mega Altaria. This is going to be a second KO if he stays in here, because Bullet Punch is going to pick this up. So Scizor's going to pick up 2 KOs now. That's good. That's 2 big threats out of the way. And like I said, I think Scarf Knockoff in the back will help take care of Blacephalon. Let's just switch into Chansey here to see what he wants to go for. He's going to go for the Flamethrower. And we are just going to... let's just fire off a Wish here first. So he's got Psychic. So Flamethrower, Psychic. I don't know what his other move would be, but we're going to go ahead and throw off a Toxic here. Oh, we missed the Toxic. Dang, that stinks. Yeah, we're still fine to fire off another Toxic. He could switch into Jirachi, but if he goes to Jirachi, I think I just go Reuniclus and play it safe. Actually, we might be able to take just one of these. Actually, we'll fire off a Wish here. So he's staying in. I'm not quite sure why, but we're going to go ahead and throw a Toxic now. He's going to go for a Shadow Ball. He probably expected me to switch into something else. It's good potential read, but knowing that my Chansey walls this thing 100%, I have no reason really to switch out. So with that in mind, what do we have that we could switch into? Let's go for a Wish, and then we can switch into Togekiss next if we need. Alright, let's go into Togekiss here. So he does switch into Jirachi. And I kind of want to preserve a potential 6-0 here, because that boosts us in the rankings. So let's just go into Reuniclus here. He's probably going to go for an Iron Head, I would expect, but knowing that he's Scarfed, it at least gives us a chance to figure out what he wants to do. Alright, he goes for the U-turn. This is probably going to bring Blacephalon back in. Yeah, so Blacephalon's going to come back in there. And we're going to switch hard into Chansey here. As he goes for a Dark Pulse. Alright, so we've got his full set there. We can just go for a Wish here. And then I think... Okay. So what we're going to do, since we have the Protect, we haven't revealed it yet, but we're going to go for it now, so that way we know what he's locked into. Find out if he's going to go for that Iron Head or not. So we fire off the Protect. He goes for a Fire Punch. And let's see. So I think we can go Reuniclus here. We'll see if he wants to switch again. No, he stays in and goes for the Fire Punch there. We're just going to go for a Shadow Ball here. Because if he stays in, it'll do decent damage to this. And if he switches into Blacephalon... Actually, no, Blacephalon dies to Rocks. Let's just go ahead and get a Calm Mind up here. Or, yeah, we're going to Calm Mind. So he's going to go into Crobat. I don't know if we take one or not, but let's just go ahead and try to get a kill. He might try to defog here, actually. So we're going to go for the Psyshock. Psyshock will definitely knock this out. I'm trying to think if anything else takes it. It'll knock out Blacephalon if it switches in. So he's going to go for the Heat Wave. Not quite sure the reasoning behind that one. But that's going to give Reuniclus a KO. And Chansey actually... Oh, shoot. We got to reconnect to the server. What happened there? Make sure we pop back in. Okay. Alright, there we go. I'm just going to... We're going to call Mind here. Actually, no, because he might be choiced. If he's choiced and wants to trick us, I'd rather be locked into Shadow Ball here. Alright, so he's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. I don't think he knew the ability that we have, but we do know that that's not locked into anything there. So we're going to go for a Calm Mind here. And I think Reuniclus will be able to win out the rest of the game. So he's going to Volt Switch. He's going to go into Jirachi here. And I don't think Jirachi has anything that can hit me hard enough. He could potentially flinch me to death. But on this first turn, we're just going to go for a Shadow Ball. He's going to go for the Iron Head. Let's see if he gets the flinch. He gets the first turn flinch. Let's see if we can break through. If we break through once, I think we have this. Actually, no, let's just play it safe. We're going to go straight into Scizor. Because I think Scizor should be able to take some. Well, we'll go one more time. One more Shadow Ball. We'll see if we break through. And we didn't break through. Alright. Did we go one more? What do I have to take out Rotom? What's Rotom at? 61. Let's go for one more. We break through. That's going to knock this out. Nice. Reuniclus is going to pick up a kill. Chansey will pick up a kill now because of the rocks with Blacephalon unless he defogs with Rotom. And how much did that Volt Switch do? I'm trying to think if it did 14. He would have to hit me with a Hydro Pump. I'm going to try to preserve the 6-0, so we're going to switch into Chansey here. So he goes for the Pump. That's not going to do enough. And we're going to be able to fire off a Toxic, and Chansey will be able to pick up this last kill here. So he's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. We get the Toxic, and that should seal it, unless he's got some moving back. I don't think he gets Refresh or anything like that. So we're just going to fire off a Wish, or we'll do a Protect here first. It's kind of Toxic stalling, but I don't know. I don't really know what to say. I'd try not to stall, but in this game, it just seemed very convenient to have Chansey just because it walls that Blacephalon, which other than that, I have no checks or counters to. So he's going to switch here. It's going to bring in the Blacephalon. Blacephalon's going to go down to the rock, so Chansey picks up a KO there. And now Rotom's going to come back out. So Chansey might get 2 knockouts here. Or did... Yeah, so Chansey's going to probably pick up 2. We'll just throw up a second layer of rocks. Oh, he defogged. So I was joking when I said second layer of rocks because you can't throw up a second layer, but since he defogged him, we did throw the rocks back up. We'll just keep throwing up rocks. Just try to end this out. So let's see, what's the percentage? Next is going to be 12%. But yeah, that's going to be a good game for us, and that's going to give us a 6-0. That's huge for us at this point in the season because that's going to allow us to bump up more in the rankings. Once this game's over, I'll flip over to the playoff hunt page on the Excel sheet. So this should be the final move here because Toxic's going to do 24. Unless he has Paint Split, which, no, he doesn't have Paint Split. So, good game, Pails. I feel like he brought a team that could have won. I think the main thing was if he ran Dragon Dance Altaria, I think that would have helped out a lot more for him in this case, just because that helps take care of my Chansey and also hits a lot of the other things, allows him to set up. But other than that, like the Jirachi was definitely a big threat, but luckily I had the Scarf Weavile on the back for that if it ever got out of hand. So let's go ahead and we'll flip over to the Excel sheet. So on the Excel sheet here, once it loads, we've got the playoff picture here. +6 should bump us back into that potential first round bye. Oh. Computer's being a little laggy here. Alright, so real quick, let's see who we play next week. Next week we will play let's see, that is the Crustle Sport Club, I believe. So now let's go ahead and flip to the playoff picture once it loads. Alright, so +6 is going to bump us up. It's potentially going to put us above both of these teams, depending on how they go this week. But +6 definitely helps out a lot. So, unfortunately, that's going to keep the Space City Spoinks winless, but hopefully they can turn around. I'd like to see them get a couple of wins here in the last couple of weeks. But that's all for this week, and hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back next week, continuing our road trip into, I'm not sure where Crustle's located at, but we'll find out. All right, y'all have a good one.